Bible story.
圣经故事。
The story of Adam and Eve.
亚当和夏娃的故事。
The story of Adam and Eve is a significant narrative found in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible. It gives an account of the creation of the first human beings, their life in the Garden of Eden, and their subsequent fall from grace.
亚当和夏娃的故事是圣经第一本书《创世纪》中的一个重要故事，描述了第一批人类的创造，他们在伊甸园中的生活，以及他们随后从恩典中堕落的故事。
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. On the sixth day of creation, God formed a man named Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed life into his nostrils, making him a living being. God then placed Adam in the Garden of Eden, a beautiful and abundant paradise.
起初，上帝创造了天地。在创造的第6天，上帝用地上的尘土造了一个人，名叫亚当，将生命吹在他的鼻孔里，使他成为一个有生命的人。然后上帝将亚当安置在伊甸园，一个美丽而丰富的乐园。
In the midst of the garden, God planted the tree of life, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God instructed Adam that he was free to eat from any tree in the garden, except for the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God warned Adam that if he were to eat from that tree, he would surely die.
在花园中央，上帝种下了生命树和分别善恶树。上帝指示亚当，他可以自由地吃园中任何树上的果子，除了分别善恶树上的果子。上帝警告亚当，如果他吃了那棵树上的果子，他肯定会死。
Seeing that Adam was alone, and in need of a suitable companion, God caused Adam to fall into a deep sleep. While he slept, God took one of Adam's ribs and formed a woman, whom Adam named Eve. When Adam saw Eve, he recognized her as the bone of his bones, and the flesh of his flesh, and they became husband and wife.
神看亚当孤苦伶仃，需要一个合适的伴侣，就让亚当沉睡了。亚当睡觉时，上帝取了亚当的一根肋骨，造了一个女人，亚当给她起名叫夏娃。亚当见到夏娃，认出她是骨中之骨，肉中之肉，二人结为夫妻。
Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony with each other and with God. They were naked and felt no shame. They enjoyed the blessings of the garden, tending to it and partaking of its fruits.
亚当和夏娃彼此之间并与上帝和谐相处，他们赤身裸体，并不感到羞耻。他们享受花园的福祉，照料它，分享它的果实。
One day, a cunning serpent approached Eve and tempted her to eat from the forbidden tree. The serpent deceived Eve by suggesting that eating the fruit would make her wise and like God. Enticed by the serpent's words and the desire for knowledge, Eve took a bite of the fruit and also gave some to Adam, who willingly ate it.
一天，一条狡猾的蛇靠近夏娃，引诱她吃禁树上的果子。蛇欺骗夏娃说吃果子会使她有智慧并像上帝。 夏娃被蛇的话和求知欲所诱惑，咬了一口果子，也给了亚当一些，亚当欣然吃了。
Immediately, their eyes were opened, and they became aware of their own nakedness. They felt shame and sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. When they heard God walking in the garden, they hid from him, afraid of the consequences of their disobedience.
立刻，他们的眼睛就明亮了，他们意识到自己赤身裸体，他们感到羞耻，就把无花果树的叶子缝在一起遮盖自己。当他们听到上帝在花园里行走时，他们就躲起来躲避他，害怕他们不顺服的后果。
God called out to Adam, questioning why he was hiding. Adam admitted his fear and explained that he had eaten the forbidden fruit because Eve had given it to him. Eve, in turn, blamed the serpent for deceiving her.
上帝呼唤亚当，质问他为什么躲起来。亚当承认了他的恐惧，并解释说他吃了禁果是因为夏娃给他的。反过来，夏娃则怪蛇欺骗了他。
Consequences followed their actions. God cursed the serpent, declaring enmity between it and humanity. To the woman, God pronounced pain in childbirth and a desire for her husband. To Adam, God declared that the ground would be cursed, and he would have to toil and labor for his sustenance. Finally, God expelled them from the Garden of Eden, barring their access to the tree of life.
他们的行为带来了后果。上帝诅咒蛇，宣布他与人类为敌。对女人来说，上帝宣告了分娩的痛苦和对丈夫的渴望。上帝向亚当宣告，土地将受到诅咒，他将不得不辛勤劳作以维持生计。最后，上帝将他们驱逐出伊甸园，禁止他们接近生命之树。
The story of Adam and Eve represents the fall of humanity from a state of innocence and communion with God into a state of sin and separation. It highlights the struggles of temptation, personal responsibility, and the consequences that come with disobedience. However, it also foreshadows the need for redemption and restoration, which would ultimately be fulfilled through the coming of Jesus Christ, the Savior.
亚当和夏娃的故事代表了人类从纯真和与上帝相交的状态堕落到罪恶和分离的状态。它强调了诱惑的挣扎、个人责任以及不服从带来的后果。然而，它也预示了救赎和恢复的需要，这最终将通过救主耶稣基督的到来实现。